Hi, and welcome back to another video on conjunctions. My name is Zach, and in this video we are going to be talking about coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, cumulative conjunctions, and conjunctive adverbs. Let's begin. Coordinating conjunctions join words or a group of words that have equal grammatical importance. Two nouns functioning as the compound subject of the same verb may be coordinated. In the same way, two verbs, two phrases, or two clauses may be coordinated as long as they are in the same place, the same form, and they're doing the same job. This is also called parallel structure. There are 7 coordinating conjunctions. The easiest way to remember them is by the name fun boys. These 7 coordinating conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Newspapers provide readers with a lot of important facts. Newspapers provide readers with a lot of important statistics. These two sentences are equal in style and they share the same form. The easiest way to combine them is to use coordinating conjunction. In this example, we will use the conjunction and. So newspapers provide readers with a lot of important facts and statistics. He sent the journalist 2 more faxes. He received no reply. The best coordinating conjunction to be used in these examples would be the conjunction but. So we will have, he sent the journalist 2 more faxes, but received no reply. A fighter could be seriously injured during a boxing match. A fighter could even be killed during a boxing match. So here we will use the conjunction or. A fighter could be seriously injured or even killed during a boxing match. I forgot to study these chapters. I failed the test. Here we will use the conjunction so. I forgot to study these chapters, so I failed the test. As coordinating conjunctions join 2 groups of words, they're usually placed in the middle of a sentence. Therefore, we never use them as openers. Let's look at these examples. For it's raining, he is carrying an umbrella. In this example, for is a coordinating conjunction and it should be placed in the middle of a sentence. He is carrying an umbrella, for it's raining. Right, so in this example, for means because. He's carrying an umbrella, comma, for it's raining. The words then and now are not coordinating conjunctions, and therefore we need to be very careful not to use them to join 2 sentences together. Let's look at these examples. He sat down next to me, comma, then said slowly, "Kid, are you okay?" Now in the first example, then is used as a coordinating conjunction and this example is wrong. The best solution to this is to add coordinating conjunction before the word then. For example, he sat down next to me and then said slowly, "Kid, are you okay?" I waited for your permission patiently. Now it finally comes. Again, now is not a coordinating conjunction, and to fix this, we will have to use coordinating conjunction before the word now. So we can write, I waited for your permission patiently, and now it finally comes. Correlative conjunctions always work in pair to join balanced words, phrases, and clauses. Both, and, not only, but also. No sooner than, would rather than, either or, whether or, hardly when, so as, neither nor, if then, scarcely when. Right, so here we have some examples. The directors wanted to earn recognition for their work. The directors wanted to receive recognition for their work. So we can write, the directors wanted both to earn and to receive recognition for their work. Another example we have is heavy rain would wash away the soil. Heavy rain would cause serious floods as well. Here in this example, we will use not only, but also. So we will write heavy rain would not only wash away the soil, but also cause serious floods. He returned from England. After that, he bought a house immediately. He went to live there. When we rewrite, we can write, he had no sooner returned from England than he bought a house and went to live there. Or we can also write, no sooner had he returned from England than he bought a house and went to live there. Subordinating conjunctions join two clauses or two thoughts in such a way to make one grammatically dependent on the other one. The two parts are of different importance. The more important thought is always the main clause. The other is a subordinating clause. A subordinating clause may act as a subject, an object, an adjective, or an adverb. Something that we need to pay attention to when we are writing is that subordinating conjunctions cannot stand on their own. They're always dependent on the main clause. In some way, it modifies the main clause rather than expressing a primary idea. These are some of the most familiar subordinating conjunctions. Let's see how subordinating conjunctions work in these examples. I left a small village in the south of France. I drove on to the next town. So in this example, we will use the subordinating conjunction after. After I had left a small village in the south of France, comma, I drove on to the next town. We need to pay attention to the tense as well and change it if we have to. In this example, we have event that happened before another event in the past. So, leaving the village in the south of France happened before moving to another town. So, we will write, after I had left a small village in the south of France, I drove on to the next town. In this example, we open with a subordinating clause, but it's not wrong to open with a main clause as well. Let's look at the next example. Mr. Thompson is going to sell the house. The house is haunted. So we can write, Mr. Thompson is going to sell the house because it's haunted. Now, again, if we look at these two clauses, we have the main clause, Mr. Thompson is going to sell the house, and we also have a subordinating clause, because it is haunted. We can see that grammatically, the subordinating clause is dependent. So we cannot just say, because it is haunted. He managed to climb into the mouth of the volcano. He could take photographs. He could measure temperatures. So here we will write, he managed to climb into the mouth of the volcano so that he could take photographs and measure temperatures. Again, here we have a main clause. He managed to climb into the mouth of the volcano. And we have subordinating clause. Subordinating clause is a dependent clause. So it's depending on the main clause. So let's look at that one. So that he could take photographs and measure temperatures. Conjunctive adverbs are used to clarify the relationship between clauses of equal grammatical importance in a sentence. Unlike standard adverbs that modify only one word or a phrase, conjunctive adverbs modify entire clause and join main clauses together. The clauses need to be joined with a semicolon and not with a comma or a dash. Conjunctive adverbs have 6 possible meanings. After breakfast, I sent the children to school. Then I went to the shops. In writing, we will write after breakfast, I sent the children to school, semicolon, then I went to the shops. In this example, then is not a coordinating conjunction, so we cannot use then to join the two clauses together. People sent a great many goods to the exhibition. They came from various parts of the world. In addition, there was a great deal of machinery. It was on display. So we can write, a great many goods were sent to the exhibition from various parts of the world, semicolon. In addition, comma, there was a great deal of machinery on display. Most of the evidence was destroyed in the fire. As a result, it would be almost impossible to prove him guilty. So here we will write, most of the evidence was destroyed in the fire, semicolon. As a result, comma, it would be impossible to prove him guilty. Now let's look at the difference between conjunctive adverbs and coordinating conjunctions. Where do we use comma and where do we use a semicolon? Conjunctive adverbs are usually stronger, more precise, and more formal. Now let's compare the two. In the first one, we are using coordinating conjunctions. In the second one, we are using conjunctive adverbs. My mobile phone is broken, comma, but I cannot afford a new one. In the second example, we have a conjunctive adverb. I wanted to buy a new mobile phone, semicolon. However, my empty wallet persuaded me not to. A pronoun is a word that substitutes for a noun, such as he, she, we, they, us, who, whom, that, and which. Antecedent is a word, phrase, or a clause to which a pronoun that follows refers. In this example, Frank has always been fat, but recently he gained so much weight that he decided to go on a diet. Frank in this example is antecedent and he is a pronoun. A pronoun must agree with antecedent in three ways: a person, number, and gender. If a person is missing for 7 years, you are presumed dead. In this example, it's better if we use he or she as pronouns. So we can write, if a person is missing for 7 years, he or she is presumed dead. If anybody phones, tell them I'm busy. Again, here it would be better if we use him or her. If anybody phones, tell him or her I'm busy. A pronoun's antecedent must be clear. For example, I love to go to that place because they have a nice view of the lake. Here, the antecedent is place, and the pronoun should not be they. So to fix this, we can say, I love to go to that place because it has a nice view of the lake. I don't like politics. They're always arguing among themselves. To fix this, we can write, I don't like politics. Politicians are always arguing among themselves. Sometimes there might be more than one word to which the pronoun could refer. In this case, it's better to use a noun instead of a pronoun. For example, the tree was planted near the church 50 years ago, but only in recent years has it gained an evil reputation. Now in this example, it's not clear which noun the pronoun it replaces, right? To fix this, it's better to use a noun, and we can write, the tree was planted near the church 50 years ago, but only in recent years has the tree gained an evil reputation. Or we can also write, the tree was planted near the church 50 years ago, but only in recent years has the church gained an evil reputation. The pronoun should be close enough to the word it is replacing so that the reader knows whom or what you're talking about. For example, in 1964, an explorer went to Mountain Kivu in the Congo to observe a new volcano. He managed to climb to its top so that he could take photographs. Now in this example, the Mountain Kivu is too far and it's better to use a noun instead of a pronoun. So we can write, in 1964, an explorer went to Mountain Kivu in the Congo to observe a new volcano. He managed to climb to the top of the mountain so that he could take photographs. When connecting two main clauses with coordinating conjunctions, you need to use comma before it. The pattern looks like this. Main clause, comma, a coordinating conjunction, main clause 2. For example, I would have gotten a good grade, comma, but my attendance wasn't good enough. So the structure here is balanced. We have subjects in both of the main clauses, right? We have subjects, we have verbs. Should we start class now, comma, or should we wait for everyone to get here? The sky is clear, semicolon. The stars are twinkling. Now, even though we don't use coordinating conjunction here, just by using a semicolon, we are creating a compound sentence. China is my favorite country, semicolon. I plan to spend 2 semesters there next year. Again, this is a compound sentence.